folks, and welcome to They Might Be Racing. Today at the shop we've got a 2005 Chevy Silverado 1500 with the 5.3 liter engine, and we're going to change the oil on it. So first thing we do is up at the top of the engine, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the oil fill. Now if you'll come in a little bit closer, the oil fill is a little floppy here, so you want to support it below with one hand and twist and lift with the other hand. So what we're looking for is, you know, white foamy stuff, or we're smelling for the smell of gasoline. That'll tell us that something's wrong inside the engine. Everything up here looks okay. The O-ring is good. The cap is clean, so we're just going to set that back in place for now. That way it's going to help us drain the oil out. So the next thing we're going to do is go underneath the truck and start draining the oil. Now, accessing the oil drain and oil filter on this truck is extraordinarily simple. We don't actually have it jacked up, it's just sitting here. We can easily slide underneath. My wrench is on the oil drain plug, and right next to it is the oil filter. So simply loosen that up. And one thing to be aware of is there are big exhaust pipes here. So if you are doing this hot, in other words, if you've been running the truck, be wary of touching the exhaust pipes because they will burn you. There we go. So we got that out. First thing you want to do is you want to take a look at the drain plug to make sure everything's okay. Oh, there's my paper towels. And wow, warm. So what you want to do is clean it off. Check the threads, make sure the threads aren't stretched at all. Everything looks good. O-ring is good, so that'll seal right back up again nicely. So we're going to sit here for a sec and let this drain. And then once it's fully drained, we will put the pan bolt back in, and then we're going to attack the oil filter. Okay, so we're threading the oil pan bolt back in. I'm just going to take this one bit of shield here, gets a little oil on it at the very end, and thread this guy in place. Go ahead and tighten it up. And don't over torque this. This should be hand tight plus a little bit. You know, if you over torque it, it's going to be a pain in the butt to get it off the next time. Now, what we're going to do is use our adjustable oil filter wrench to go ahead and grab this guy. Oh, come on. And twist him off. And this one was on extraordinarily loose. So, whoever did this oil change last not only put the oil pan bolt on too tight, but they put the oil filter on too loose. That's cute. Alright. So with these vertically held oil filters, sometimes they get oil on top of them. So you want to loosen it up and just let any excess oil drain off if it's there. And then once it's slowed down, because otherwise, if you try to take this off too quickly, you will get literally bathed in hot oil. Alrighty. So that's dropped off a fair bit now. Let's see what we can do here. Now, so oil filters are lots of threads, so it's going to take a bit of turning to get it off. Okay, then you tip the oil filter over so the oil drains out of the oil filter. You're going to let this drain off a little bit, and then you're going to wipe it clean. So next, we will get the new oil filter and prepare it for installation. Alrighty, so to get your new oil filter ready, get it out of the box, take some oil, fresh oil, and just run it around the rubber seal, like that. And once you've got that done, you want to thread it into place. Now, again, this has got a lot of threads in it, so it'll spin for a bit. Eventually, it'll start to tighten up, so you want to get it, like I said, hand tight plus a little bit, and that should stay good and snug. So, the next thing to do is, double check that that's on tight, and we'll go ahead and fill it with oil. Alright, so now that we've been underneath, we got the new oil filter in place, we've got the oil drained and the plug replaced. It's time to fill this thing up. Now this engine takes 6 quarts of oil, so I've put a funnel in place, and we're just going to start filling her up. So once you get your 6 quarts of oil in, basically what you want to do is just make a double check on the oil filter, double check on the drain plug. If you're going to do it, change your air filter as well. But basically that's it. That's how to change the oil on this truck. So until next time, happy motoring.